The 6.7 Powerstroke comes out of the factory with a pretty good amount of horsepower, but what can you do to a 6.7 Powerstroke that will give it even more horsepower without losing its reliability and towing capabilities? Well, that is by installing some of the best performance mods for this truck, which include a Stage 1 KC turbo, a DCR pump, and a pusher piping kit. And today we'll be doing all of these mods in this video and then firing it up and driving it to show the final results.
So we've got a 2019 6.7 Powerstroke in the air right now. He's doing a pusher kit, a KC Stage 2 turbo, a DCR, basically everything exactly like we have on our other red 6.7, except he's getting a DCR in the valley. So I want to put the DCR in there versus the Extra G and see what difference it really makes. I go ahead and slap a full complete pusher kit on here. We're going to do a full KC turbo, DCR pump in the valley. If y'all guys want to get a job like this done, you guys can. You guys can give us a call, 979-575-0024. Without further ado, Kale here is going to knock it all out for us. So it's going to be a super clean, super awesome build. We're going to knock it out for y'all. Let's get into it.
And it's like I'm shaking.
Angles today.
Oh yeah.
So we just got the turbo and the DCR in here. I wanted to show you guys what it looks like. We are going to start pushing Extra G a little bit more, the stroker pumps, more over the DCR pumps, because if you do have a problem with this DCR pump, you have to buy the exact stuff for the DCR because it comes with new fuel lines, as y'all can see right here, going to the DCR. So it's not a complete drop-in. You'd have to buy the fuel lines for the modified DCR if you do end up having a problem on it. So if you get stranded on the side of the road, you kind of are screwed if you have the DCR in there, versus an Extra G pump is a complete drop-in, and it has an upgraded, it's basically an upgraded CP4 to where it's not going to fail like a CP4 is. And if you do have a problem with it down the line, you're going to be able to place those parts if you do get in a bind from any Ford dealership or anything like that. You can just buy the parts, drop them in. It's a lot easier to find those parts versus this DCR, but you're going to have to order online if you get stranded or something. So
Video.
Sir.
we just wrapped up this pusher piping kit, this KC Whistler turbo, and this DCR pump. I already got on some custom AMDP tuning for the truck, so everything's tuned, everything's done on the truck. It came out super freaking clean. We do this quite often though, so it's definitely one of our cleanest ones. So I'm gonna go drive it right now. I'm gonna see how it feels, see if I can tell a difference from the one we have out there with an Extra G pump. So we're gonna fire it up right now, show you guys the sound, and then we're gonna go drive it and show you guys how much power it really has. So I get a lot of questions online as to where you can get the parts and why you should buy from a dealer over straight from the manufacturer. A lot of dealers are different, so some dealers have a mechanic shop and some dealers don't have a mechanic shop. I would prefer for you guys to buy from a dealer that has a mechanic shop because they have seen it, they've done the installs. If you guys order the parts from us, we will be willing to help you out on the install. We'll be willing to walk you through the install, we'll be willing to talk to you about the install and everything like that. If you don't buy the parts from us, then it's very hard for us to incentivize to actually walk you guys through the install. So that's kind of the benefit of buying it from a dealer versus a straight from the manufacturer, because a lot of the time straight from the manufacturer, they don't have a mechanic shop, they They haven't seen the problems. They haven't done the problems. When you call down here, we're actively doing it. We're actively putting these parts on trucks. As y'all guys saw earlier, you guys can buy the pusher kit, the pusher piping kit, the KC Whistler Turbo, the DCR. You guys can buy all at pscrepair.com. I just wanted to say that for y'all guys who are looking to buy these parts, but let's fire up the truck, show you guys how it drives, show you guys the power increase. So we're gonna rev it up here so y'all guys can hear the pusher intake. It is freaking rowdy up here as well as it is back there. So go ahead, rev it up. Damn, that is fucking, holy crap. That is crazy, bro. That's the difference a cold air intake makes over the factory box. You can still hear it on the factory box through this, but it's not as pronounced versus the pusher kit. So that's why we like selling the pusher intakes to customers. You can use the factory intake with the pusher kit, but it just looks a whole lot cleaner when you get the pusher piping pipe and the intake. We like to leave our customer stuff very clean. Cleaned up a lot of stuff for them that, you know, a lot of other shops wouldn't do. So let's go drive it. It sounds so freaking good. Like, you just cannot beat that KC Whistler Turbo. It sounds like a 6.0 on the bottom end, but on the top end, it sounds like a 6.7. I'll show you guys that here in a second. So here we go. Do half throttle. It's pretty quick. Holy cow, this hose rips. Wow. It's very responsive. For a dually full cab truck, this thing moves. I'm gonna give it 3/4 throttles here. 131,000 on the dash. Perfect time for this guy to get all this done because that CP4 pump is a 150,000 mile pump. Goes out between 150 and 250 if you're not using any additive or anything like that, or not on top of your fuel filter changes. That's about whenever we see those pumps go out if you lack your maintenance. All right, boys, I'm about to give her 3/4 throttle here. About 3/4 throttle right there. She is moving for a 9,000 pound truck. Damn, that hoe rips. That was about 3/4 throttle. That was not full throttle, guys. Sounds freaking good. It runs freaking good. We're gonna drive this customer's truck a lot more. If y'all guys wanna get these performance mods, you guys can. And the link in the description down below, or visit pscrepair.com. We did a full performance package on this guy's truck, and I'm super stoked on how it turned out. Thank you guys for watching this PSC Automotive YouTube video. Peace out.